The views and opinions of this program are those of the hosts, guests, and callers. There is substantial risk of loss in trading futures and options, which you should carefully consider prior to trading.
Make sure to subscribe to the Market Talk YouTube channel. You can watch our latest interviews with top market analysts in the country, find bonus content, and much more. It's easy. Just go to youtube.com/@MarketTalkAg and hit the subscribe button. Or you can search for Market Talk Ag on YouTube.
And joining us now here as we continue our coverage at agmarket.net's Farming for Profit Not Price Conference in Nashville, Tennessee. Pleased to have with us one of the partners from agmarket.net. Jacob Burks is with me. Jacob's good to see you in person, buddy. It's I feel like we've been talking about this for a couple of months, and It's finally here, man.
Yeah, it's like Christmas Day.
Christmas Day for who? You or me?
You get to see me, right? Is that the case? No, we all get to see Matt Bennett and all those guys.
That's okay. That's what it is. That's what it is.
Yeah.
No, really happy to be here with you guys, and thanks for letting me come crash the party and hang out a little bit.
Sure.
And I know you guys have a great turnout. We talked about that. About 250 people here from all across the country, hearing great speakers and really, getting to hear about a lot of the exciting things you guys are doing. And I wanted to take a minute to talk about agmarket.net's app. You guys have had an app for a little while, but I know you've kind of revamped it, revitalized it. Talk about this a little bit, because I think it's really cool, Jacob.
Yeah, so it's no different. There's a lot of people that have a lot of technology, communication. How do you talk to your customers? How do you talk to the people? And we've had that for a while, and we're just rolling out some new features. We're adding some. I always say, we had a good product, really good product. Now we're just putting on a new vehicle that, easier access, quicker, just some bells and whistles that we didn't have before. And it's just an upgraded tool that really dives into what I think the farmer needs. We got information comes to us. It's available on your handheld, but the My Farm tool is something that you can, dissect what your profitability actually is. And then we talked about, this conference's name is Profit Over Price. And we, get the questions asked, well, that's good and all, but how do you do that? How do you physically do that? And there's some features of this tool that allows you to drill down and find the profitability as it moves.
Well, and I know too, when you were talking about this during the conference yesterday, you mentioned you guys have gathered a lot of feedback from farmers and ranchers to some of the things they wanted to see in this app. So that's a big point for you guys too, is you've gathered that feedback from folks who are actively using the app, right?
Yeah. It's a tool that we've used for a while, and a little bit of history on that. It was Matt's brainchild in Baby of how it functioned, and the two things that we wanted was, first thing, simple. It needs to be simple to use. It also needs to show the true dynamic break even as you go through a marketing year. And so when we roll it out, and then technology grows fast, right? So as it's been available for the last 3 or 4 years, we've gotten a lot of feedback to how to make it better. And so, it was really nice to get that feedback and finally get an opportunity to roll it out and put those requests into a really cool tool.
What are some of the features that are in the app that you can share with us? For folks listening in, they've never seen it before. When they download the app and look at it, sign up, et cetera, what are some of the things they're going to find in there?
Sure. It's a lot of your market management tools, right? There's a lot of them out there. Ease of use, I think, would be the first thing that we look for. The second thing would be, how do you manage your break even as you make sales and as you change your input costs. So if you talk to most producers, they have the break even. They know what their cost of production is. They know what their price they need to sell corn at. But as you sell corn over that price, your break even is no longer the same. And so that's what this is, one good tool that shows the producer, like, hey, your profitability on your next sell is actually more, it's better. So in a bearish market, this tool has been very easy for me to show people that even though the price has fallen, your profitability may still be there. It may even be better than whenever you made your first sell.
And I believe too, with the Ag Market team, you guys have your intel, of course, and a lot of great expertise on the team. I believe a lot of that is available through the app too, as well, right?
Absolutely. It gives you the ability to not have to go look at your email, to not have to go to our website. It's right there in your hand, and you can sign up for which reports you want. We have a plethora of information. I heard the term that we're drowning, or we're starving for information while we're drowning of it. But this allows you to drill down to figure out which reports, what videos that you want to see.
And I think too, it was great because you guys, videos and written stuff and everything, morning commentaries, afternoon stuff on the grain, stuff on the livestock. You guys kind of, you really have something for everyone, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, first of all, we're partnered with JSA, John Stewart and Associates, on the commercial side. So we get a ton of awesome cash information that's available to our producers. Basis levels across the country, ethanol profitabilities are there. If you've never watched and sat down and listened to Brian Splitt's technical analysis, I mean, it's every week we're doing 7 to 8 minute videos every Wednesday. We do a fundamental video on Monday. You get Matt Bennett writes a report twice a week. So it's all available. It's all there.
What's the biggest things you're hearing from folks here at the conference? Let's talk about that real quick.
Yeah.
I mean, good and or bad. I mean, what are you hearing from the guys and gals in attendance here this week?
It's you narrowed the first thing I heard is more corn. Most of the people that you're talking to is like, hey, well, you're not going to see from this crowd, you're not going to see the big switch over back into beans with profitability. It's kind of amazing what we've been hearing. Lower cost corn, and corn inputs and stuff. I think the most revolving question is, what do I do with the bushels in my bin? And that's something from not just at this show, at the shows and the conferences and the meetings that we put on all across the country. It's, what are we doing with this grain that's still, unfortunately unpriced in the grain bin still.
Well, I think it comes back to the theme of your guys' conference: farming for profit, not price. And we've talked about this before. We talked about this last week, being smart about your marketing in this environment, especially one that's seemingly leaning overwhelmingly bearish right now.
Sure. I mean, you have a lot of fear in the marketplace right now.
Yeah.
You have a bearish trend that's taking place. You do have some stability. Are we going to get that bounce? And the one thing to hope it's not a strategy, but you can still put some tools in place, like using put options to give you that hope that we do get a higher bounce. And I think that's the third function of that app that we're very proud of, is when we talk about these options, we talk about, hey, let's look at this strategy, use these brokerage tools that are available. The profit optimizer, that's Bill Biederman's term. He cloned that. So we look at that price optimizer to put a strategy in place and see how does that actually affect your bottom dollar. And it's one of the it's really the only tool I've ever had that I could talk about a strategy, put it in place, and then show the producers what it does and how it affects the actual profitability on the farm.
You guys are getting ready to roll out the app too. The revamped app. Public launch is when?
April 1st.
April 1st.
Yeah, April 1st.
agmarket.net to find more information, right?
Yes, just look us up on the line. We do have some opportunities to notify you. So get a hold of us and we'll put you on a list that notifies you when it first comes out. And you'll be maybe one of our people that beta test us for it before April 1st. So get a hold of us.
Fantastic. Jacob Burks, agmarket.net. Appreciate the time. Thanks for joining me and telling us more about the app. Appreciate it.
You bet. Thanks for having me, Jesse.